everyone, welcome to another episode of The Walk. My name's Gareth. I'm joined once again by my mate Steve, by my mate Vinny, and by my mate Phil. And we are in the abandoned port of Port Mulgrave, which is in North Yorkshire. What we're going to do, we're going to have a little look around the port, and then we're going to follow something called the Grinkle Tramway. Now that went up to Grinkle Mine. Going back into the late 1800s, they were taking all the iron ore out of the mine, bringing it down the tramway and down to the port, and then off to the Tyne, where it was used to build ships. Now, this port was abandoned in around about 1917, and the rest of it was all abandoned from 1930. So this is mega old. Yeah. But we should be able to find some remains, fingers crossed. Now, before we start properly, let's get Google Maps up. So this is Port Mulgrave. Now, it's been abandoned, like I said, since 1917. What we're going to do is we're going to follow it up. We can't get through the cliff, annoyingly, because it's all blocked off, but we're going to find the track bed the other side. We're going to go all the way up, through a tunnel. We're going to try and find some remains of some viaducts, and then we're going to get to Grinkle Mine. So up there, you can't see it now, but we can get through to it. There is a tunnel that went through that cliff and off up to Grinkle Mine. Now, as you can see here, it's seen better days. Now, there's a reason for that. That's because in 1917, when this was abandoned, because what they did is they then built a connection from Grinkle Mine out to the railway, to the Whitby and Loftus Railway. So they didn't need this anymore. But what they were terrified of was that this would be used by the Germans to bring their amphibious vehicles over and up onto the land and invade. So what they did is they blew it up. Now, it's an abandoned port, but it's pretty vibey, isn't it, Phil?
Yeah.
I've got to say, it's pretty cool.
I mean, that's a kind of a... says Hillbilly Mansion on it.
I like it, I think it's cool.
Have you seen this here, look? You can think that's a footballer, isn't it? It's a boy. Look, it's a boy that floats on the Robert shop. So I went to kick it thinking, is it a ball? And it's not as a boy. No.
Right, so let's try and find this tunnel mouth then, because it's basically in there somewhere, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, the tunnel that goes in, I mean, it's blocked off anyway, so you can't get in it, but we were hoping to get up to the portal of it, but it's all massively overgrown, like proper, like Day of the Triffids job. So if you just look at this drone footage, you can see the tunnel there. Now, hopefully, when we get a little bit higher up here, it's one hell of a climb, you might be able to get a better view of it as well. I'm basically standing on one leg like a flamingo, but you just see in the trees there's that little brickwork there. That's the tunnel mouth, but as you can see, it's like massively overgrown. Excuse the panting, it's pretty steep. Now, this was all one operation by a company called Palmer's, and they're big shipbuilders up on the River Tyne, just outside Newcastle. So they owned Grinkle Mine. So from the late 1800s, they were mining it, bringing it out here through the land underground and off the jetty there. Now, in 1917, as I said earlier, they built a railway from Grinkle Mine out in the other direction, so it was a hell of a lot quicker. And that was the end of this, basically. But there are quite a lot of remains en route, so we're going to have a hunt. Oh, hang on. I thought we could get to the portal, but no, we're starting to sort of abseil up. I'm just going to take stairs. This is a lot easier. It's not easy, but it's easier. Now, these stairs aren't finished, so I've actually got to jump over that bit. But, oh mate, it's so steep. But they come out. Now, you think how incredible that would have been in the late 1800s to be boring tunnels like that, deep into the land and, you know, off. Well, actually in 1900, it was all connected underground as far as Skinning Grove. Now, me and Phil did Skinning Grove Incline. Oh mate, would it be last year? Might even be the year before. Really steep incline into the sea. And it was another one that they tried to blow up when they were frightened that the Germans would use it to land. Now, as you can see from the drone footage of this one, they did an all right job of blowing this one up. But Skinning Grove couldn't blow it up. it was built to such amazingly high specifications that they literally couldn't blow it up. But it's quite a way up the coast. So for that to be connected underground with this tramway is just mad. Now they're sort of half finished. Oh mate, I'm panting. They've half finished. They've decided to basically, like I said, oh God. Cut that bit out. But where's the fun in that? So I'll leave it in. Now when we get to the top, we're gonna have a bit of a hunt for the track bed, which is about just under a mile inland. And then we've got tunnels we can get inside. Hopefully there's some remains of some viaducts, because there were 2 trestle viaducts on this tramway, made of wood, but it was a narrow gauge tramway, so obviously smaller footprint tends to mean, you know, a bit more of a hunt for remains. But it very rarely means that you can't find any. See, men don't live as long as women, do they? There's a reason for that. So Phil, we're quite a way up now. Now the tunnel portal is probably halfway between where we are and the jetty. I'm trying to fathom that out.
It's because this area, never mind all them shacks, they were just frameworks and gantries. Basically, it was a machine working area. They had gantries going over to load the boats, had a gantry coming out the portal, had a gantry where the trucks were. There's all sorts of machine that we look at and we don't know what they are, but it's just nothing's dropping, it's all level.
Oh mate, we're near the summit now. I mean, these are decent, but this is not the most comfortable path, is it, Phil? Nah. But then you turn around and you get the views and it's like, yep, you'll do for me. Okay, not far from the top. So when we get to the top, we just need to take a little bit of a walk across a couple of fields, and then we go into basically the edge of a caravan park, Phil's telling me, and you can get to the other end of that tunnel, which would be great because it's annoying we couldn't get to that end. Okay, so we've walked round. Mate, that is incredible. Yeah. So how far did you say that was, Phil? A mile?
It's nearly a mile or a kilometre, yeah, long, yeah. Straight as an arrow as well. Straight
as an arrow, bang. So that is crazy to look. I mean, look at it, it just looks amazing. But that's going bang, and then all the way then out to sea.
Yeah, secure.
He's already trying to get in it. So they're ventilating it, look.
Yeah, well, it's got problems with toxic fumes, hasn't it, further in?
Has it now?
That's trouble, yeah, down at the port side.
Right. Probably best we don't get in it then. So let's try and recreate that picture then, Phil, that you were telling me about.
Oh, yeah, well, you need to come over here a little bit.
Okay.
We just look now.
So the tunnel is just there, basically, we've just seen that.
Yeah, behind that toilet block. And the engine shed would be on the right, just here, probably in front of this caravan here. And this is where they swapped over from pony traction. Then they put a winch system, they sent it through the tunnel on winches over to Port Mulgrave, where we was earlier.
So no one's pulling it through the tunnel then?
No, it's winch.
Winch, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got a bit of track bed now. It's an access road for this caravan park, but it is, you know, true to the track bed. So we're going to follow this up until we get to the little village here, and then there was a big trestle viaduct. Now it was wood, so there's no remains of that, but we can go and, you know, try and recreate it from old pictures and stuff like that. So the track bed goes round to the right, Phil, and over a...
Yeah, it went over a wooden bridge and over the road, yeah, and then it went on an high embankment, a siding came off and went into a sawmill, the rest of the line carried on going, crossed over a ford, shot through some fields and went under Ridge Lane Tunnel, which we'll be able to look at in a bit.
Okay, so we're going to have a look at the tunnel. Yeah. So this is that photo then that obviously we put up earlier then?
That's the one.
Yeah, so that's the tunnel that we've just looked at. You were right, the engine shed's on the right. There's a caravan. So, okay, so it's not pony power then, this is a proper...
No, but eventually it was turned to traction from here over to Grinkle. They had the locos doing it, but from beyond here, that's obviously a train that's just come through the tunnel, probably by the winch system, and the engine's backed on. It's about to take it, the empties probably, back over to Grinkle.
Got ya. So what's this? So it's highly probable that ironstone from Grinkle conveyed on this 3-foot tram line through the Dale House was used to make the iron then used to construct HMS Queen Mary, which is obviously a major cruise liner. That's not conclusive, though, is it? So the track bed then goes basically through that gaff there.
Green thing, yeah, between the houses, no, wooden trestle bridge, yeah.
And off onto an embankment. Okay, so we'll jump round to this tunnel then. That's the plan, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if that were winter, you might be able to see the remnants of the embankment of the other side, but at the moment it's just Woodsville, isn't it?
Yeah. So we've come down to the other side. Imagine this is a wooden viaduct, ladies and gentlemen. Now there is a stanchion there, and you can just see some stonework there as well. So this, obviously it's all trees, it wouldn't have been, it would have been a wooden viaduct over the top there. Oh mate, awesome.
You can see this is a pillar now from here.
Oh, from there's that a better angle, is it, mate? Oh yeah, so you can. That's a proper stanchion, that. So we've come just slightly further down the road because you can't get on the track bed. We might possibly have gone to a pub and had a pint, but I can neither confirm or deny this. Now, there's your track bed up there and there. This is another wooden bridge over here, another wooden trestle bridge. And look at that. Sounds like someone's gone in the water. So there you go. I'm making the video, they're playing with stones. And it comes over and then goes up and over the top there. Now it goes on private land, annoyingly, but we can get to the other side of it and there is a tunnel and we can get in the tunnel, and that was also confirmed by the barman in the pub. Right, so we've come through that. Fortunately, we've got wellies on. And you're well and truly loaded up, aren't you? Wellies, hats, the lot. Because trainers aren't going to cut it now. I can't get this across to you at home because I don't have smell-o-vision, but it stinks. This proper stinks. But we can get in the tunnel. So I'll take them off because I ain't going to need them in there, of course. But it looks amazing. Now, what's the name of this tunnel again, Phil?
Ridge Lane.
Ridge Lane. So Ridge Lane is, I guess, what goes above us.
Correct.
Oh, mate, it's flooded. Okay, it's seriously flooded, and it seriously stinks, folks. Now, I'll level here.
Oh, that really is.
I've got a pretty strong stomach, to be honest, but that is horrible. I'm trying to think what it smells like, and I kind of want to say what it smells like, but I don't want to swear.
A bad sewer.
We'll go with bad sewer. Yeah, it smells like a bad sewer, which I guess maybe is essentially what it is. But it looks pretty awesome as a tunnel. Well, above the water and the stink, but Vinny's jumped in ahead. So it's looking a little bit drier further down, Vinny.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Not too bad. Right. Now this has been abandoned since when? 1930, Phil?
30s, possibly, yeah, 30s.
Because what were they using this for?
Well, when they moved the operations from the harbour side at Port Mulgrave to the Grinkle Mine, and that's why the tramway were constructed. When Grinkle Mine needed the miners, they're all probably locals who worked the Port Mulgrave mine, so they had, should we call it, a staff train a few times a day, bringing the miners to work, because in them days you couldn't catch a bus. So they'd have been catching the train after the line is shut for freight, if you like, and they was coming to work on it.
Which is mad, really, when you think. I mean, I think there's a few bulges I can see as well, a bit further down. You've got recesses in this then,
Yeah.
which you don't often find in tramway tunnels, do you?
I suppose it's because of the length of it. For a tramway tunnel, it's reasonable length.
Yeah, I mean, look, well, there you go, that's how long it is, folks. It's pretty long. I'm hoping, once we get away from the flood bit, we might see some more remains. See, there's bulges here, look. You can see that bulging out a little bit. It's the same the other side. However, it's drying up a little bit, so we seem to be, you can see the sleeper indentations, ladies and gentlemen. And again, more recesses, there's a lot of them. Now here we go, we've got chairs here.
What I could do is sit down.
Mate, there seems to be quite a lot further down, as you see.
Well, the drier this tunnel floor looks, it looks like we're getting more sleepers.
Yeah, it does. Now we seem to be dry, and we've got a lot more of these sleepers now. There's basically, I mean, they're slightly buried, but there's almost one at every point. We've got bat boxes as well. Now you were saying something earlier, Steve, about soldiers.
Yeah, the recesses are made of soldier bricks, which seems a complete pointless thing to do in a tunnel, because you usually have them for show, for decorative, or for above a window, for your for lintel purling, etc. There's no need to have them in there.
Well, how can you tell? What do you mean a soldier?
They're stood on end.
They stood on end as if soldiers, stood to command, I guess. Right, so we've got more chairs as well. Look, this is incredible. Given this has been closed for nearly 100 years, and look, and someone's kindly spray painted the chairs as well, so we can see them easier, which is very kind of them. I did ask if someone could do that, but they don't always do what you ask. That is mad how many sleepers there are. Look at that. That's basically the full complement, isn't it?
Yeah. Why is that up higher? It's not sunk as much.
No, it's not. But that's amazing. They've all got little bits of ironwork on them.
And you can almost see where rails sat.
Yeah.
You can, yeah. You can see the mark. Yeah, you can.
Down, hasn't it?
Yeah, you can. That's incredible.
The sleeves are failing, basically.
100 years, mate. And once again into the light. It's a beautiful sunny day in North Yorkshire. Now the tunnels are cold, so obviously as soon as you step out, it feels even warmer. Out into the sunshine. So this Grinkle Tramway goes off there and then round. I'm going to need that torch in. What am I? Round and to the left and into Grinkle Mine, which is literally through there. The tunnel mouth is just round that corner, so it's done quite a sharp turn then, and then it's about to do another one. So it goes off here up into an incline.
Well,
they love an incline, don't they?
Yeah, I mean the line carried on going. This were put in
Bosh.
later.
So what's that going up into Grinkle Mine?
Well, they didn't need to take the finished product to Port Mulgrave anymore. When the Whitby and Loftus rower came, they decided to make it more economical to send it up at incline and join some sidings they built up there to join there. So therefore, everything that way were then
redundant.
It was not required, yeah.
Done. So the site we're on now is Grinkle Mine, basically. So we need to try and find an adit. That's what we're looking for, isn't it?
Yeah, there will be at it as well, but we'll find the mine buildings as well in the undergrowth.
Oh, amazing. I didn't realise they were mine buildings, so that's a little added Brucey bonus as the sun is starting to set. So there you see that incline going up, clear as day. Now that is the Bulby complex. It became the Bulby Mine complex. Now that Whitby to Loftus line, which me and Phil walked before, so I'll put that in the summary below in the description. That came through that site, but was totally decimated. So the area of sidings that connected to that incline, they're long gone. But as Phil's just said, there's some original Grinkle Mine buildings which I had no idea about. So that's a real bonus. So I'm following the lads into the woods. So these mine buildings have been abandoned since 1930. So, oh, hang on. There's something going off down here. Is that a track bed of some description? Oh, mate. So people are doing some work on it.
Yeah, it's been an ongoing job.
Amazing. It's like ancient Rome.
Yeah, Colosseum job.
Even the tarpaulin looks Italian. That's amazing. So, trying to work out what these walls are doing here.
There used to be chimneys along that there, or flumes or something. You can see the bases of them over there. You need to compare it with pictures online that we can put up, that you can see the whole complex on pictures when it's operating, and complete with the sidings above this retaining wall on your right.
So this is the siding. So this was the bit that I was pointing at then. It had a feeling of sidings.
But there's a level going into the hill where all the ore was coming out of, and it came along here. Now whether it came along here to be washed, and that's why there was boilers and stuff here, you know, washing the product and then it's sent out, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not an expert on the mine.
If the adit's down there, it makes sense. So would that have been a track bed down there?
It's a track bed, yeah, and that's where they all went in. They were pulled out, I think, on rope. So we'll see that when we go into the woods down there. Whether there was a line coming up from there onto the top level, I don't know. We'll have to consult the pictures.
Okay, we'll consult the pictures. But this is an incredible site, though. See, there's so much ironwork and stuff going on as well. It's hard to to kind of get your head around it. Obviously, because at the moment I don't have any pictures to compare it to, which makes it difficult, but I mean, it looks like you'd have had a wheel. Well, you would have had a wheel here of some description, surely.
Well, that implies water was coming through, doesn't it?
Yeah, but that doesn't really make any sense, so I might be talking nonsense. Wouldn't be the first time.
You can look through there were chimneys there.
Let's have a look down here then. Oh, mate. Oh, there's a brick. You'll be all over that, Steve, in a minute.
I wonder if they were boilers sat there, look.
Oh, what, in the dips?
Yeah, because they're connected to chimney flumes there, look. You can see the base of the chimney flumes.
Yeah,
One there and one there, look.
So the chimneys would be going way up in the air.
I would imagine so, yeah.
It'd be unrecognisable from now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, this is just... Well, that's had some hefty on it, because look at the size of bricks on it.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's why I thought wheel, but I might be talking total nonsense.
There's a watercourse coming down here.
Oh mate, yeah, how did we miss that? That's a solid bit of narrow gauge rail.
Steve's going to be way down with bricks on, way on, you know.
This is incredible. I think you're right, boilers would have sat there in those dips.
It says priest.
So bees.
Tees, yeah.
Oh, mate, it's incredible, isn't it? But there must have been something going on, so there's piping down here.
That looks like water channels, yeah. That must be water channel. Perhaps water was coming down, but I would imagine it'd be feeding the boilers, though.
Well, maybe it was, because...
These are channels, look, feeding it, aren't they?
Maybe it is. Bosh. So, amazing remains. What I'll do is, obviously, I'll try my best to try and get some old pictures and stuff that will really bring it to life for you guys, because then you can compare it. Because at the minute, that could be Pompeii, couldn't it? Let's have it right. So there you go. Just climb through this. We've got some more structures here. Now, this is quite clearly a track bed, isn't it?
Yeah. So all leaves there on your right-hand side, look.
Oh, ah, yes. So that's a watercourse. So there was water flowing into it then.
From a brook down here.
Oh yeah, and there you go. You can see the way into the mine then. Such a significant mining complex, I guess, in the history of the country, and here it is. Incredible. So what is this here then? Because there's your way into the mine, or is there two ways into the mine? Because I've just kind of gone off on one. Let's have a look. I'll follow this one. So that's just the water course then, is it, down there?
That's a leak coming off of the brook further down, yeah.
And here we go. So this is going into the mine, deep underground. Wow. Right, we've got a bat flying around. He just flew at me a second ago. There it is, can you see it? There it is. Hey bat. So just a quick look in Grinkle Mine then. So this has been closed since 1930. We just had a little look inside the door, but we've got to see a bat. So that's quite cool. So we followed it all the way from Port Mulgrave out onto the North Sea into Grinkle Mine underground. Amazing amount of remains given how long ago this went, including the mine itself, the mine buildings and stuff. Mate, amazing. Nice one, lads. Cheers for that, enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed that too, and we'll see you next time.